That's cool. Quick takedown from above.
Lesson 2. Always mind your surroundings.
Nope, there goes a tree. Oh, God. How do we know a yak was going to be a part of that?
You
probably.
have come far. The final test is almost at hand. Lesson 2. Always mind your surroundings. Enough.
My life is great. I don't want anything to change, ever.
Oh. Got your nose.
I don't think we're getting through that door.
Yes, we'd better find another way.
That's okay. I just want to kill everybody. Is that a bad thing?
Whatever happened to not getting cut?
Hey, I'm still learning.
Relax point here. Home. Namaste.
It feels like what I need is around here.
It's stealth enough for this game. Like, they have... And yeah, yes, we just killed him with a fish. That seems to be an ongoing theme here in this game.
Behold, the element of surprise.
Yeah, I think it's more of a surprise to Roz that that rocket decided to take off. Wah, wah. Oh, God. Ra's al Ghul?
My name is Ra's al Ghul.
Of course he has to walk around without a shirt.
I have a particular set of skills.
Oh,
skills
fuck.
that make me a nightmare for
Shadows.
I will find the flower first. You can barely use that thing.
No, wait!
Having Talia say... Quick cover! Reversal! Oh my God, the retro ball's got on a roll up! Ontario just couldn't get out of that cover! Super kick! Let go! Third! Let go! Super kick party! Yeah, pay him the money for that.
They seem to be really feeling the
There we go! Let's go! Let's go! No doubt! Over the foul pole! Let's go! I'm getting notes here and notes there and notes. Stimulation is the key word here. Lots of stimulation. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Saturday night edition of the AEW Sidecast. Always a pleasure to see everybody here. Always a pleasure to have everybody on a board. And yeah, we are going to have a fun night of wrestling. We actually are getting... So for people that are confused, I know there's a few people that are confused earlier this week. What had happened is last week, AEW only got 3 hours of wrestling. They got the 3 hour menagerie that is Dynamite and Collision put together. Now they get that extra hour back, and they used it this past Wednesday to make that another 3 hour episode. So this is just getting back to regular schedule programming. So if anybody's wondering what's going on with that, there you go. That's what's going on here. But once again, thank you to everybody here who's here on YouTube and on Twitch. We got some very fun matches coming up tonight. We got the Infantry and the Death Riders with Pac and Moxley teaming up. Hazuki and Maya World setting up for the Owen Hart women's quarterfinal with Persephone on commentary, which I would assume they're going to do the match next week. Divine Dominion versus TJ in a 5-minute challenge, which I would expect TJ to win that, or at least survive the 5 minutes. Oh, shit. We're starting hot here, folks. Somebody that was not expected on the card is here on the card. Oh, he's joining commentary for this. It is gear, it looks like. You got to admit, Tommaso is one of those classic wrestlers that even if he's not wrestling, he's in his gear. He's always ready to go. So, Mr. Nats, how you doing today? For anybody wondering about the shirt here, it is the new Toronto Tempo shirt. Just want to support the Tempo. Homer, good to see you here. Nats, I'm glad you're very well. Yeah, the Nats won again. The I was going to wear my Blue Jays shirt today for Dynamite, or for Collision, but then I sort of saw what happened to the Blue Jays.
What the hell is that?
That's basically giving up 5 runs in the 9th. So I decided maybe that might not be a good idea. Oh, they're doing the Trios title first. Okay, that makes sense. The Conglomeration versus Don Callis Family, set number 2,728. Hit for the cycle with both. Boy, let's get a horn for that. I'm glad Road to the Show's doing well for you. I'm glad everybody's doing well. There's some big announcements that went down the pipe this week. TwitchCon going on in Europe right now. So, big news on the Twitch side. For those that watch me on their mobile phones, you will soon be able to watch the same feed that we have up on YouTube right now over on the Twitch side, as they're going to be allowing 2 different signals to come in for YouTube for vertical streaming as well as horizontal. So, got my apartment rent deducted because I'm grandfather. Nice! Nice. Let's save a little money there. Oh, I thought they said Ciampa was going to be part of the Don Callis family. I'm like, no. Had a meeting last night. They raised that unexpectedly. Me and my girl yeah. Oh, RPG's getting their theme music out. Yeah, I had that same problem with my landlord a couple years ago. Raised my rent without giving me notice or anything. Mr. Zodiac, how the hell you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on finishing Final Fantasy IV once again on stream. I was going to comment, but I literally had to run out the door to go answer a call about an hour away for work last night. So But yeah, this should be a fun night of wrestling, and I'm glad everybody's popping in here. Yeah, and Zodiac, if you didn't hear the news, I know you're a streamer as well, so I bring it up. Twitch is allowing you to set up a second feed for vertical streaming soon. So you're going to be able to do both on Twitch for anybody that's watching on phones and whatnot. So, yeah, Lance Archer actually has a match tonight. I believe there are 6 combinations of the Don Callis family where Lance Archer is involved. And one of those is actually getting used tonight. Tomorrow, Mission Clash today play a charity baseball game for a childhood friend of mine and brother. Oh, it's a good thing. Not a streamer. I occasionally just let people join when I play. Hey, you know what? Unfortunately, one qualifies as the other, so just... proceed. Oh, okay, that's fair. Good on you, Nats. Good on you. Remember the last time I was part of a charity game, I actually hit a double? And I literally could not believe that I hit the ball. So I almost literally smacked somebody with it. So forgive me, Chad. I just got to make a little change here over on the... Nothing affecting you guys, just the other side here, the VOD track. No, today... oh, and a special note for you guys, if you are interested, after we're done here on Collision, we are going to have Backbreaker Pro Wrestling. We're going to have a double shot tonight, both of Evolution and Madness. I love how Ciampa's like, why don't they tag the 6'7" guy into the ring? But no, I hope everybody, like I say, I hope everybody's weekend's going well and everybody just popping in here. For just a quick note for anybody that is over on the YouTube side right now, I do have it set up to subscriber chat only. Just because we had a few bots come in here and a little hate raid going on. So if you do want to chat, all you got to do is hit the sub button and it'll automatically let you chat. So if you haven't done that already. Sub doesn't cost you anything, so I figure, you know what, it's not the worst thing in the world to happen here, so. Rocky, why would you hit the 6'7" guy? And I love Orange, he's just literally running around. Oh, no, I'm not going that way. Oh, I go that way. Oh. So Kyle versus Archer. This actually be a pretty fun match. 1-on-1. Like, I'd have to say, like, one of Archer's best matches that I've seen, and one of the best segments for him, was this one time in AEW here. He ended up winning the IWGP US Championship off Jon Moxley. If you guys don't remember that at all. During Moxley's reign, he gave Archer a reign here in AEW. Basically, during his time in AEW here with the title. Culminating in a Texas, one of the first Texas death matches in history. Like, Archer's taking on Mox and he's taking on Hangman in that match. And seems like to be like a perfect foil for that. Don't tell me Archer hurt himself. Well, I think Orange is a little freshly pressed at that point there, so. I like the fact that they're bookmarking the show with 2 title matches here tonight. And a lot of people actually forgot that this show was actually happening tonight. That was the funniest part. Watching on socials about people are like, wait, thought they were going back to the regular time next week. No, it's tonight. It's tonight. And there's probably going to be a few bullet points that are going to be pretty strong going tonight. As we, like I said, I have a feeling that TJ is going to survive the 5 minutes, whether that's a win or a timer elimination. And then, yeah, just look at the rest of the card here. Like, Garcia, Takeshita, that ain't going nowhere. Infantry Death Riders, that'll be a fun match. When do they fire up the murder machines again? The tag division could use a team like that. I wonder. Did TK forget about the murder machines? I wouldn't think so. But I think he definitely wants to get through Forbidden Door right now and just try to have everything settle out that way. As we... Like, a lot of people keep forgetting, we do have this interpromotional show that we have to take care of in 3 weeks here. Oh, sorry, 4 weeks, I guess, for now. Favorite trend is tarps off stuff. If you're asking me to be involved in that right now...
Sir, no, sir!
That would be the right answer for that. But, unfortunately, terms of service for Twitch, I like to stay on their good side right now, especially with all these extra options opening up here. So, any motion on the women's Owen tonight? Not so much motion, but there's going to be a preview tonight. We're getting...
I'm back.
Dodger! Thank you for the resub, 23 months. And guess what? Which card did you get? Did you finish everybody? W Punk. I'll be honest with you. And sorry, Zoya, I'm getting back to yours. I'm just pulling up some information here. You finished the entire collection. Add up, boy. You get a horse. So Zodiac, just to go back to your question here, for the Owen tournament, we're getting Hazuki from Stardom versus Maya World with Persephone on commentary. And I do believe... I do believe the draw, it is... it's Hazuki and... Hazuki and Penelope? Or Persephone, sorry. Hazuki and Persephone and Penelope would be a fun addition, but no, I'm glad, Dodger. There are drops on this weekend, so make sure you check out those streams that have MLB The Show on. We're going to be on Monday night with it. I might try to pop on tomorrow, but I have to edit the shows that we're doing after tonight, so now you can save, yeah. I'm still at like 19 teams. I'm missing one player for the Braves. And I just haven't got the money together for that. I think that Will's injury, they're trying to figure out what to do. The Meds Owen's moving a lot much better. I think that's part of it. Also... what storylines do they have lined up for the women right now? Not a whole lot for Tekla. And the fact that she got fired from Stardom the way that she did, I don't know how much you're really going to be able to build up anything with Stardom Maybe CMLL should be able to match something up with there, but yeah, I think I think the fact that they just want to start fixing up, they want to start hyping Swerve versus Ospreay. I think that's the main reason why they do this. And I did make a mistake in the predictions. I do believe I said last week that they're doing Swerve and Brody on Wednesday. I didn't see that in the rundown, actually. I saw the other half. Gotch pile driver, damn. Hope Gunther wins tomorrow. I'll be honest, I don't even know what's on the card. After I heard the fact that their main event might be going up in smoke with the fact that Jacob Fatu's hurt, and I mean legit hurt, not storyline hurt. Personally, Zodiac, sorry to jump back and forth. They want to focus on getting more advertisement for that Swerve versus Ospreay match. And at the same time, the women's tournament can run a little later, get a little bit more of a spotlight on their own, rather than having it all flushed in with the men. Is that a DQ? That took a little bit too long to set up, in my opinion, but still effective. Congrats to the Trios champs for getting the win. No blizzards for me, no. Well, just like Ciampa there. No. I wonder if FTR switches over to Trios with Tommaso at this point. Because it looks like we're getting the Dogs versus the CNC Wrestling Factory. Oh my God, 5-minute challenge coming up. This is going to be interesting. Because if TJ loses, how much you pay for row 2 section 1? I don't know where 112 is, but I'm going to guess maybe $40. Oh, I got to talk about that here in a second. But yeah, let me know how much you pay for those tickets there, but I got to talk about these AEW house or these WWE house shows that they announced. It's Ty J's coming out. So if you didn't hear the news, 3 tickets for $50. Damn. So, if you guys didn't hear the news, WWE spilled that they're going to do some house shows to see if it's financially viable for us to, or for them to run their more house show stuff. We looked at the Hey, Bray. Tickets for a house show of WWE in Edmonton in August, they are literally 3 times the cost of what Dynamite and Collision were. They're literally, I think they're almost the exact same cost of what they were for Raw when they came here a year ago. Like, I'm sorry, a house show's a little bit different. I was waiting for that. I will be working on fixing those up and making them a little prettier here, so. Once again, Zodiac, thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, it's Crystal Iced Tea, so I got to make sure I mix it up properly. Where you get that, ugh. Well, it's Huntsford, Alabama. That's what I was sort of saying, right? Section 112 is one section next to the visitors. Oh, don't get yourself kicked out, Nance. That's all I got to say. Do not. Oh, Tommaso's staying out for the whole night. Oh, we just had the conglomeration defeat Don Callis family version 347, I think we said it was. RPG Vice and RPG Vice and Lance Archer. And now we're getting the 5-minute eliminator for Taiji against Divine Dominion. We're also getting the Death Riders versus... let me throw it up here real quick. Death Riders versus the Infantry. That's Pac and Moxley. We're also getting... in the Christy Gnome match, we're getting the Guns versus the Dogs. Sorry, I had to. It's just way too easy to set up there. And then our main event, we're going to have Lee Moriarty in action. And then our main event's going to be Konosuke Takeshita against Daniel Garcia for the international title. Elio Cal Knight was on Roy. Oh, God. Please, careful. Mick G, good to see you here tonight. The center of controversy on Madness as well. So, it's good to see you here. But I do have to thank you. It's only the Christy Doe match if the Dogs get buried. Well, they very well could be in that match. The Guns could get a victory out of that. And by the way, I will give you that as a follow-up. Oh boy. Like a youth and travel league baseball coach, Nebraska is bad for life for coaching because he purposely toast. Yeah, I saw that. Throw a pitch to the opponent's dugout. I thought it was throwing a pitcher. Jesus. I think that brings just a bit outside to a new level. Still invite Mike Vick. Fair enough. And PJC, good to see you here tonight. AEW's looking good so far. Well, of course it's going to look good with Divine Dominion and Taiji in the ring right now. But, yeah, we had the conglomeration retain their trios titles against RPG Vice and Lance Archer. We got the 5-minute challenge going on right now, which there's about 2:20 left. Like, they are really trying to pump up TJ here. There's the hot tag. And I don't know what spicy food comes out of Brazil, so I'll just say that it was a very hot tag. No, and the rest of the card looks pretty solid. We got, and we definitely do have a pretty big show coming up for Backbreaker tonight. We have a double taping as well, which, unlike AEW, we shouldn't run over time like they do. We're going to have Mellow Beast versus Rick Jules. And I got to let you guys know a little ahead of time, it will be a cage match for the Wildcard Championship. It wasn't a fucking blockbuster type maneuver, it was a blockbuster. Unless you want to call it natural selection and piss off all the fan heads. So this is going to be a position here where Adajay's got to kick out. No, she's going to have to kick out at like 3 seconds left. AEW heads for Richmond for Dynamite Wednesday, a couple matches. Yeah. "20 seconds. So we don't need a winner. Oh. Sounds like with the Blockbuster comment, they're renting space here buy for free. Yeah. They lost. The champs lost, as we all expected. And it makes sense that they're going to do this as a summer blockbuster in 2 weeks. It's so funny that they're like, yeah, we only had to last for 5 minutes. Then they don't realize that most guys would have a problem lasting 5 minutes. But I don't want to talk about Joey Janela too much here. I don't know if they're going to record that. It's only a blockbuster if they hit the Champagne region in Georgia. Anywhere else, it's Sparkling Gold or Sparkling Fold. I will give you that. Now, it might be a back-to-back night. Makes me wonder what's on that Saturday, though. Is there anything coming up on that Saturday, folks? Oh, I know what it is. I know what they're trying to avoid. And it's... I don't think it really matters a whole lot, but... Isn't the 14th the day that they're having that White House UFC card? But they always seem to have... This makes me wonder why Adajay was on the shelf. Here's the thing, and this is like... And I've dealt with many bookers before for different reasons. Oh, Ciampa gets up to say something. Boo! UFC fight at the White House June 4th. Yeah. I'm not watching it, so I don't really care. This is a UFC bleeding money anyways. Anyways. Chris, 1004. Let's go, Ciampa. And he's got them all taped together because he don't have that paper anymore, right? Oh. He doesn't do that anymore. I was looking for that. Let's go. Armbar. Please go to commercial break with this. Please go to commercial break with this. Because that's what they did with Jericho. God damn it. I want this to go through the entire commercial break.
Single version there is of Chris Jericho. And I'm telling you this right now, you don't have me fooled for a second. Chris, I know the same people you know. I've walked the same halls that you've walked. I know that you are scum.
He is scum.
And just because you have these people fooled and everybody in the back fooled, everybody thinks, no, this is a changed Jericho. This is Jericho.
No, this is the same Jericho. This is the same story with Moxley.
Vibes tour. I know better.
It's literally what you see already.
Tell me when I'm lying to you. A snake is always a snake.
How about a viper?
Jericho. I'll see.
I believe as a... why are you not taking your list with you? We got to go through it. Oh, we're going back-to-back for women's matches here tonight. Hazuki versus Maya World. Some lady who's half bald is laughing at Tommaso for being bald. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But, no, like, Tommaso and Jericho, that is going to be a nice change from what we've seen before. And just as things move around and as things get going here. And I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to, I'm assuming this will be like a post-Forbidden Door heading towards Montreal and Redemption. 'Cause that's the biggest question right now. How many of these feuds are actually going to get picked up into a higher gear with the fact that we do have a cross-branded show coming up in, well, just 4 weeks' time, which, if you think about it right now, we're only going to get like four sets of shows, which could be broken down sort of to 3 because of the summer blockbuster. So, either way, I think we're probably going to get... Like, I think the Briscoe thing might be the summer blockbuster match with MJF. Because I honestly feel that they're going to get somebody in New Japan to face MJF. Just because that would tell a hell of a story if anybody from New Japan could keep up with a guy like Max right now. Because realistically, if you look at the world scope right now, and don't get me wrong, New Japan is doing a lot of great things, but in the grand scheme of things, as we're getting towards, as we're moving forward here, it appears that they're not doing, New Japan isn't doing so good. They just were sold, essentially. All their shares were moved over to the TV station that covers them right now, as well as all of myaew.com, all the New Japan Pro World videos as of the end of August are going to be removed and put on myaew.com for people in Japan to sign up for. So it makes me wonder even if New Japan's going to go the other way as well and move their streaming service over to myaew. Because essentially myaew is taking care of Triller, right? Like, we can all face the facts that Triller is pretty much toast right now, which sucks because all my replays I'm not going to be able to watch anymore. For all the pay-per-views that I bought, you basically, if you want to watch any of them again, you're going to have to buy them again. Look at that. Look at that eye. Like, seriously. She has been beaten up. Oh, that's what they're playing it up with, the mist. Okay, that makes sense. So obviously, Willow's injury was a lot more than expected, because they're holding up a lot of things, I think, for Persephone. Star Collision delay just caught up. How do you feel about the challenges in 5-minute challenge? Why not? If you can beat the champions in like 3 minutes, that's 2 minutes less of punishment you got to take. Like, you're not there just to survive. You can get out of it by winning. It's the same kind of it's the same concept as an eliminator match, right? Like, the thing is, you got 20 minutes to survive to advance to a championship match. Divine Dominion did the same thing, but something else. Not gonna lie, that belt that Persephone has looks like a toy my kids had when they were. Honestly, in Mexico, a lot of those titles are treated as such. Like, the champions, it's more the character than it's actually the title itself. I think there's more about the history for that title than there is actually the. It's more about the history rather than trying to update the title for a more modern look. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I just feel like 5 minutes, not a lot of time. Pro wrestling should be easy just to run around for at least 2 minutes and waste time. Well, DLW, think of it this way. If it was so easy, why wouldn't jobbers be able to do it? Like, they've had 4 or 5 of these already. And the last time that they actually had with a couple locals, that was actually the strategy, trying to run around. There are different ways to attack a 5-minute match. And let's face it, for a lot of these wrestlers, 5 minutes is usually all they ever get for a lot of these matches. At least they're doing the two-way chants for this match. And it's different strategies, right? Like, what's the score in the basketball game right now? That's the thing I'm wondering. Yeah, like the Spurs right now are up by at least 10. Some teams actually have a strategy of blowing it out of the way. And some of them are having... Some have a strategy of just surviving the first 5 minutes and then... There's a difference between a 5-minute match and a 5-minute time limit match. To me, not really. Not really. You just treat it... If you treat every match like you are going out to win, more often than not, you're going to win, then you lose. If you're going out there to win, not just to not to lose. That's a champion's mentality there as a coach and whatnot. So, Persephone has huge... Absolutely, she does. I think that's why there was the dual contract signed as soon as possible with Persephone. So Maya's like, you better ask about me? Like, no, my answer would be, you better damn well better know who I am. Lots of guest commentary tonight. Not the worst thing in the world, is there? Ciampa for the first one, which provided one of the best bits that we've seen in years. I'm a little disappointed they didn't go more than 5 for Ciampa's list. But number 5 actually popped it. And I do like the fact that Persephone is out here to remind fans exactly who she is. Because she's been around for... she was around for Ring of Honor, but not on the main card outside of a show in Texas. So... Oh, and some good news. It appears that Bozilla is starting her rehab. Like, she's actually able to get into more high-intensity rehab for her injuries, according to some of the photos and posts that have been put out on social media. So hopefully Bozilla is going to be around sooner than later, which that, like, honestly, Bozilla, Persephone, like, that's Divine Dominion 2.0, if you ask me. Like, two absolute beasts that just could go for it here. Not saying that they have to be a tag team and whatnot, but just two absolute beasts that could dominate the women's division for a long time if they want to. So, no, but as we're going through this, like, in terms of the guest commentary, I'd love to see a whole bunch of people come out and do commentary for different things. Like, it was something that we used to do on the indies a lot. Like, when I was working shows myself, like, normally when I do commentary, I do it myself. It's, unless you have a wrestler that's available to do it, it's hard to train somebody who hasn't been in the wrestling circle to do it. I've had some people in my career that have been absolutely amazing at it that have not had wrestling experience, like Andre C. Once he got some training into it, he was absolutely fantastic at it. But having that experience as a wrestler on your commentary table is always good. So what we would used to do, if somebody was free, they would just pop in, grab a mic, and let's go. One of the skills that you need to do as a play-by-play guy is make sure your color guy, if he is a wrestler, make sure you work your match the way that he can get some stuff in while still being in character. And I find that's a skill that isn't found quite a lot with today's commentary teams, but as long as they're willing to put over a certain level of talent, it's fine. Sometimes you'll get some great people to work with. Sometimes you'll get people that are absolutely horrible to work with.
Language. Viewer discretion is advised.
But yeah, I really do hope that we get, like, watching this match here, Hazuki and Persephone, coming up in the Owen Hart Cup. I really do hope we get a lot more of a Stardom presence this year at Forbidden Door. Absolutely. Like, there are so many good shows going on right now. My AEW is huge. Yeah, like, they've only got one FW on right now so far. And that was pretty much thanks to Conrad Thompson. And realistically, like, tonight, there is a lot of talk about the AAA wrestling world, right? Because we're getting the finale to Mask vs. Mask later tonight. They really need to call in some women from Stardom COL this month ahead of Forbidden Door. Since there's a lot of... I don't know if there's, like... Willow's the only woman that's really injured, right? JBL revealed he's pushing WWE to work with NJPW. Here's the question, though. And this could put a conspiracy cap on everything, right? With the fact that AEW is pulling their New Japan, pulling their content off New Japan pay-per-view, or their New Japan streaming service for my AEW. Could that be a tell that the partnership between New Japan and AEW might be gone as of after Forbidden Door? I think we'll see a lot of the result of that possibly at Forbidden Door to see what's going on. And yeah, we were just talking about that, Nats, with the shares from Bushiroad. I'm not thinking negatively. I know, but I gotta be a little bit of a realist here, because I don't see New Japan working with AEW as well as WWE. I just don't see it. Mainly for the fact I don't trust WWE to allow that. I just don't see that being in a public sense. Because there might be the slightest... I would say you are over-optimistic. Like, it's funny, because if you talk about, like... they're talking about the new TV deal, possibly with Warner and Paramount. People are trying to remember that Paramount... UFC works for Paramount. It's not Paramount works for UFC, so they don't have a say if they pick up some AEW contracts. And there's no exclusivity deal involved at all right now, so. But it would not surprise me if there's... Is AEW screwed 2027? No. It depends who you're talking to. If you talk to all the Fed reporters, they say, oh, it's done. But realistically, AEW provides 4 hours of content every week that gets pretty decent ratings. That's live. And that's the thing. Live production that doesn't cost a whole lot, that means a lot to broadcasters. Oh, they won't lose the production. It's just if they're going to get a TV contract, that's all. Do I think the numbers might go down on the deal? There's a possibility, but countering inflation there and whatnot. Here we go. Here's the bracket. Okay, so Persephone and Hazuki's going to be next week. And the wild card versus Windsor's next week. And then I would assume next the summer blockbuster Collision, that will be the Sari and the Sari and Sky Blue quarterfinal.
It's been a great night here in Huntsville, and here in Huntsville we think it's very important at this time to recognize one of the true legends of professional wrestling, the late Loverboy Dennis Condrey. Dennis Condrey passed away this past March at his home here in Huntsville. He was a friend of AEW. He came to many of our matches you're going to see here in just a moment, and he was preceded in death by his good friend and partner, beautiful Bobby.
Oh, wow. Might be late to this because Twitch glitched out on me and wouldn't let me type. If anyone learned anything from the TNA relationship with WWE, New Japan should stay far. I agree, but with new owners, it could be anything, right? The other thing that people may be overlooking is AEW does that baggage. TV deals love safe things. The most controversial thing, the fuck ice chants. And mostly blown over. People get 5 minutes of that, or 5 seconds of that chanting, and then the match goes. So, it's still there, but it's not that big deal. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of Dennis Condrey stuff, but
that very few teams have ever been able to match. Many wrestling fans across America first came to know
I do know about the I do know there's a lot of history here, and I love the fact that AEW is just respecting so much. But nobody ever saw tennis rackets around Nats. How could Jim Cornette be managing? Might be a bigger deal as tensions. For 2 more years, DLW, to be honest. I'm living in a whirlpool of that right now myself. So
we remember Dennis Condrey, his great career, his contributions to pro wrestling. Our thanks to many, including Jim Cornette and George Napolitano and Mary Kay Grasso, for letting us have those pictures tonight.
Express as well. I love this. Tensions have been rising in the U.S. for like 26 years. That's very fair. And yeah, the contract I do believe runs out in 2028. The they signed in 2023 for 5 years. So that would be next year. The negotiating window is about to start right now, I do believe. I think it's a highly overblown compared to what. Here's the thing, and I think this has been a standard set across right now. What TKO did is literally tried to sell themselves out to every network to see what they basically put A versus B, B versus C. It didn't matter to them. They just wanted the most amount of revenue. TK has proven that he's willing to sacrifice revenue for stability. So, not going to say he's going to take a hometown discount, but I definitely think that if the new people at WB Paramount want to work with AEW, he's going to do everything he can to make sure he still works with them, because it's a good relationship and you want to keep strong relationships strong. So, Grandpa smiling down for heaven on this package. He put me onto them. Yeah. All the great blessings to you and your family, Nats. Seems like everybody's got somebody they miss these days. It's all about how you carry yourself moving forward more than anything else. There's still the... you know what? DLW and everybody talking here about the dumpster fire WWE. I don't want to get into it too much because, well, let's face it, a dumpster fire is a dumpster fire. But I do want to let this be known publicly right now and just straight out, this is what I believe. This latest lawsuit and the latest decision that came down this past week, and I know, Zodiac, I mentioned it to you privately here, that a lot of the evidence that was supposed to be provided to the proper authorities was deleted off Signal, where we had that before. Those that, now that it's turned around and said that the defense has to prove that the facts aren't real, that the defense is giving, this could be a monumental decision, to the point where the sale could almost be, technically the sale could be nullified to TKO. That's how bad it is. When someone tells you the info is secure, you know it's going to get leaked. Yeah, well. Won't bring up what well, don't you get me started on those guys. I don't know. Wrestling as a whole? No, I didn't. I haven't looked. I was working and then working after work and focusing on the Retro Hangover stream. That was pretty much it. If the sale got nullified, in a way, I do think it's possibly a better thing. Not so much that it's going to do anything to the coffers, because there's lots of money available there, right? Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I can see that. But here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, if a decision like that comes down, well, no, the bigger thing about it, DLW, is that... Oh, that... I just want a wake-up call. That's all I want. I don't want them to go away or anything. I want a wake-up call. Well, this should be a nice 2-minute match. Granted, I'll be watching UFC for the White House. Yeah. I won't. I'll be here. I don't know what we're going to do that week in terms of shows that we... In a vacuum, this is badass as fuck. Yeah. Oh, no, I'll be here anyway. I just don't do wrestling on that night, so... Oh, you'll be in DC that day. Okay, that's cool. I love that Moriarty is just hot dogging it right now. Straps are coming down. This match is over in a hurry here. And that's how you end the match. Oh, that's right. That's the day of the baseball game, of course. Like the Navy Yards, it was nice. So I just reposted your post there. Nah, it's just, no. Always good to get an extra notoriety. Well, we know who's coming out next. Obviously, if the infantry are already dressed up. Navy Yard is awesome. Hey. I want to see what they go. They're not dumb, they're stupid. Stupid, you're all stupid. Stupid, stupid. Moxley and Pac as a team. Are they going to fall apart since Ospreay's not there to keep them together? Oh, Pac's got back to the long tights tonight. I guess it's not a pay-per-view, so that makes sense. STP versus SCU would have been a banger, yeah. Oh, this match will be absolutely insane with these four. Like, the infantry are so underrated for what they do. I find it funny that they've sold out the basketball jersey, so Marina's now got to wear the tank top. Because they want to make sure that they advertise stuff that they still have in stock. I really wouldn't want to be Charlie outside the ring, who's probably thinking and she wants to interfere in this matchup. The second Charlie gets involved, she might turn into a literal pretzel. Not that that would be a bad thing, but that would be a bad thing. But yeah, once again, DLW, you bring up a great point about guest commentators. They got Shane Taylor on these for these two matches. And obviously, we're probably going to get Don Callis for the main event, even though none of his guys are involved. Because what do we got after this yet? Let me pull this up here. Oh, the Guns and the Dogs, and then the main event. So we might actually finish on time tonight for once. Maybe it's Mox. It's a Death Rider match. I'm thinking Mox, but the only thing is he'd have to go away and come back, right? Because I don't know if he'd want to be out there for the Guns versus the Dogs. But it's great to see the infantry get more time on AEW TV, like the regular TV. Mox can do whatever he wants. Yeah, well, basically, it's one of the videos of actually, like I said, I've been working on some videos on the side here, folks. Just to get more regular content up on the channel, on the YouTube channel. And one of the essays I'm trying to work on is how Jon Moxley has really not changed his story. Just the way it's been interpreted has changed by so many people. Oh, I think Double or Nothing. We were talking about it a little bit on Wednesday. Double or Nothing was more oh God. I'll get to it in just a second here. I'm just about to watch a murder. Even Moxley's turning around. This crowd is just Well, I guess if Carly could get the trip, or Charlie can't get the trip. And Moxley's got a chair, so he's going to fix this right now. Oh, shit! Oh, shit, that was nice. That's a bit of a storyline I didn't pick up here. The fact that Pac's going to have to work by himself for a lot of this match now. Like, Moxley's half dead right now. Hot diggity dog, that was a nice shot. But yeah, Double or Nothing. If you weren't here on Wednesday for my overall thoughts on it, I honestly feel that Double or Nothing was more than likely AEW's best show ever in terms of pay-per-views. For the mere fact that there literally was not one match on that show that did not belong in that show. The closest thing we came to a match that didn't belong on that show would have been the Owen Hart women's match with Athena and Mina. But even then, to that point, I think it had a little bit more to do with a lack of build-up and just a lack of time for the wrestlers. Because that was the shortest match on the card, I do believe. So, but yeah, everything that was put together on that card was absolutely amazing. And just every match felt special. And I try not to include in my things like, you know, how people use a certain... I loved that I was there in person, so I'm biased, but I'm glad to hear that other people... Oh, we were absolutely loving it here, all of us. Like, all the positivity in here was just absolutely amazing on that Sunday. And just, it was... The stage was great. The crowd was great. Despite what Dave Meltzer says...
What the hell was that?
I honestly feel that that might be one of the top pay-per-views that AEW's ever put on. Problem is now, standards. Because what are you going to do on the next one, right? He just said the crowd wasn't into it. He was upset about the crowd going for the piss break during the Athena-Mina match. Which I'm sorry, until TK starts booking the women's division better in general. Oh, I agree. But I am saying if, like, TK does need to book the women's division a hell of a lot better than he is. That's just something we could talk. I think we all can agree about the fact that it needs to be a lot better than what it is. Still doesn't mean that the matches were bad. It just the women can put on just as great matches as well. But yeah, just as we're going through this show here and just piece by piece on that card, I don't think there was a single spot that really felt out of place for any of it. So, as we come back from commercial break here, Mina Athena was a replacement. No, actually, DLW, it was not a replacement. They actually had 2 women's matches scheduled for Double or Nothing prior to Willow's injury. So, I think the more people were just upset that there wasn't a women's match to replace it. What the hell did he say? Pac is busy death riding a BBC?
What the hell was that?
And I thought you guys were crude once in a while. Moxley's just doing that look of, oh, you're gonna get, son. You're gonna get it when I get my hands on you. You're gonna get it. Pac's not used to being a face here. See. Oh, geez. Sean Dean, one of the safest men in the safest men in terms of job security in the company. If you didn't know, Sean Dean is the man that's responsible for bringing in all the enhancement talent for these shows. And there's the hot tag to Mox, and just this place is going absolutely unglued right now. Charlie's back. So where'd Marina go? Oh, Marina's over there. You ain't fighting to get back against Moxley doing this. And a little bit of bite that onto it. Looks like you didn't like that Alabama food there. I don't know. Is he going to hit both? Not quite a paradigm shift, but a DDT. You do not shake this stuff off. Over the Kid Kong lariat. Nope. Oh, nice reversal. Probably wasn't a women's match to replace because the other tournament matches had a competitor that had cleared at the time. That said, we could have had TJ versus High and Meyer, Deanna. Yeah, there was a lot of other options that were available. And for those watching on YouTube, I will get that fixed up here for the chat so you guys can read the chat a little bit easier because half the comment got clipped. Yeah, there obviously could have been other matches that were put in there. Like, you don't want to do... You could have done the Divine Dominion versus Maya and Hyan that was being done on the pre-show. Charlie, what the hell are you doing? Oh, absolutely. It was a great show. The best part about it right now, DLW, more than anything else when it comes to AEW, is the fact that we nitpick about it not being a great show. That we have to nitpick about it. And if you're sitting here just nitpicking on little details here and there rather than complaining about the product as a whole, you know you got a good product going on. Ooh, are we getting a bonus match or just a bonus interview?
Hey, baby. Everybody saw what happened at Double or Nothing. I made those bitches dance for me, and I had the time of my life. Okay, well, let's look ahead to the Owen, the tournament. Yes. Let's look ahead at Forbidden Door. Since I got fired from Japan, if the president of Stardom, that little worm, wants to step foot into my company, I swear to God, I'm gonna make sure to get him fired and kicked out of the country because I run this place now, Renee. So for the Owen. Oh, yes, the Owen. So many different champions.
Ooh.
Different countries. But Renee, the only one I'm afraid of is you.
Ooh.
You know how long I've waited for this. So if this is my one shot, I'm gonna take it. Yes. Oh, really? Or are you just gonna get yourself injured again?
Oh, here we go. A little bit of
You dumb bitches! We're not like the between me and this.
Sky's got that look on her face of, are you sure about that? Do I think that do you guys think there's a chance that Sky gets out of that side? There's a puncher's chance, but I see Athena over there, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do Sky Blue. But we really won't know what kind of draw they're looking for until Wednesday when we figure out where the wild card is. That's going to be taking on Alex Windsor. Could it be Monet? Honestly, as I'm looking at this, one thing I've learned about booking, and I know I've talked about it here more than once, talking with more than one booker, 97% of the time you do the most obvious answer. It's the 3% that's the real shocking moments. This might be one of those times where the most obvious answer would be the shocking moment. You could bring in Mercedes back for this, because getting Mercedes versus Tekla probably would be a hell of a match to put up at Wembley. And you could redo that. You could basically bring in that promo of Mercedes basically saying, I've lost everything, but now I have to go for everything. So I am going all in. Like, the promo writes itself, of course, but could there be a fact that it could be Charlie? Could it be somebody else on the roster? Could it even be Jamie Hayter? Because they teased that a little bit last week. So usually when you tease something, that means it doesn't happen. But right now, yeah, if everybody stays healthy, Athena's the clear favorite until we see who the wild card is. Like, I don't see Persephone getting that spot that early. Just because AEW hasn't developed enough of a spark to have her on the biggest show of the year in one of the two main title matches. And respectfully, like, I do know that you want to grow your roster regardless of what's going on. You want everybody to get an opportunity to get a chance to win, get a chance to succeed and whatnot. But shows like All In are literally the apex show where you want your absolute best, even if it might not stylistically match up perfectly. You want your best people out there. Oh, God, this is hilarious. Like, Leo's getting over. Let's not even kid ourselves here.
I don't know what to say about what we just saw, but I can tell you we got a great tag team match just about to happen.
Oh, God, bag check. And he didn't get the full... Wait a second. We got a timeline disparity thing going on here. A continuity disparity. Because he has a camera, right? Or did he kept all the cameras? Okay, never mind. Let's just, where is it? Let's call timeout.
Timeout.
There we go. Here is it. Let's rewind it back here. Because I was going to say, they already had the photo published. I'm really surprised that they have the amount of money to have those disposable cameras, because the amount of product in David Finley's hair has got to take up half his budget. Oh, they just ruined it. Attaboy. Granted, Claire Connors knows a lot about 5 seconds, right? I'm so happy they're back to 4. I want to get them to 5, though. I miss Jay White. You know what kind of pop's gonna happen when Jay White returns? Can you imagine how big that pop's gonna be? Hell, even if he could return it for, could you imagine returning a Forbidden Door? Just being that guy that just literally like after MJF wins his match and he's the best guy. We got fucking all right, DLW. I gotta give you a horn for that. Moxley out on commentary for the last 2 matches tonight. Moxley on commentary is a rare treat for all of us here. Just a heads up for those on Twitch, we do have an ad break coming up in about a minute and a half if you're not signed up. Signed up for a subscription. By the way, another thing that Twitch announced today, or yesterday, Romeo got Judge in a Twitch pack. Hey, there you go. I better get Judge in one of mine. I forgot about it. I literally just had I had Ashley Sanders stream up, one of the producers, while I was working on WWE here. And yeah, I got. Oh, you got 2 packs. Cool. Yeah, but she's a White Sox fan though. Like, I don't know where to, like, now the teams do it okay, but it's like being a Panthers fan. You just want to pity them once in a while. Especially when their captain turns around and cries about the referee telling him that he's diving too much. Paulie K, last great player. Fair. Paul Konerko. Wait, which player for I'm trying to remember his name now. The wrestler, or the catcher for the White Sox who ended up wrestling in TNA for a couple matches. The loudmouth that there you go, AJ Brzezinski, that was it. Thank you, DLW, for bringing that up. Bringing the name to I was just Googling it, but yeah, it was back in the Asylum days. Like, that's back when Toby Keith had a freaking match. I don't know if he had a full-fledged match, but he ended up doing a jackhammer to Jeff Jarrett. Remember Toby? Yeah. AJ Brzezinski was part of that. He was there with the Kiss Demon. He was teamed up with the Kiss Demon as Jeff Torborg was working with the White Sox at the time. So, but yeah, as the ads go through here, once again, everybody that is here right now, I do appreciate you. Whether you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you can. As well on Twitch, make sure you just hit that follow button if you haven't already. But I'm assuming since you are watching this, you either have Twitch Turbo or you are subscribed. So I thank you, appreciate you having it here. Oh, and Retro Balls, I can let you know right now, I did get the paperwork done. We signed 3 wrestlers to BPW. So you guys are getting a bit of a revenge match for what happened over down at Breakdown. So yeah, if you're interested, that'll be the main event of Madness this week. So Chris Sabin, Dale Torborg, and Sanjay Dutt with AJ Prasinsky defeated the Diamonds in the Rough. Oh yeah, I remember that. Also, AJ was just in the corner. Yeah, because Torborg was the Kiss Demon at the time. So thank you for fact checking that, DLW. I appreciate it. Simon freaking Diamond and David Young, those were like 2 absolutely gems. No pun intended for Diamonds in the Rough there. Yeah, that's why Pierzynski was there, right? Because essentially Pierzynski wanted to get involved. Torborg had an in because he did wrestle before. And that's why he was put in the match and Pierzynski wasn't. Because unfortunately, who is that? Who was the moron that played corner for... Pac-Man Jones, that's what it was. Because of Pac-Man Jones, we're not allowed to have celebrities who are actually had their contract wrestling. Ha! Moxley's all over the Polaroid, right? Yeah, and Johnny Damon yeah, because he was... I forget where that match was, but yeah. TNA had a lot of sports interaction. Hell, what was it, what was it, their last pay-per-view in Cleveland? They had Bernie Kosar in the corner for one of the matches. Old Bernie in Nick Nemeth's corner against Top Dollar. Now, anytime you can get celebrity involvement, especially from the sports world, because the thing is, sports fans are loyal. They're loyal to certain athletes. They're also loyal to teams. If there's a team that's hooking up with a certain organization, they will spend more time trying to work with them a little bit more. Try to check them out a little bit more in that sense. Sort of like with the Twins working with AEW coming up a month and a half from now. Well, looks like these dogs aren't going down. Sorry, this isn't going to be the Christy Gnome match. Sorry, I saw that note on Blue Sky and I grinned from ear to ear for about half an hour. The Christy Gnome special, Guns versus Dogs. Well, they just killed themselves here. Is that what they call falling forward here? Moxley is so damn amazing on the on commentary here. And somebody's busted open. Colton hit him so hard that he knocked himself out. Oh, somebody check on Game Time Art. It's a 3-point game right now between the Thunder and the Spurs going into halftime. Just shots back and forth. Caught big time back and forth here. Oh, double shot to the throat will break that up in a hurry. Look at the athleticism here. Like these guns, you know who their dad is. You can tell. And of course, Austin's the one that's going to get caught. Oh, I thought maybe they'd get on the third one. Oh, what a cheap shot. They're a better brother tag team than their dad and their uncle. Fair. But also, tag team standards in terms of actual wrestling have picked up quite a bit here in 2026. Really? They were going to go for the... Just wanted to make a joke about them being related to... Oh, Bart. Bart's somewhere fighting his jockstrap still from when... Ooh. Ooh, does Austin have... the shillelagh? That's going to be preview of Bailey versus Speedball on Wednesday. It's going to be such a fun match. I do hope that you all get a chance to stop by and check things out. Because we're going to have a lot of fun hanging out here and chatting about it. Because things are just, that card is going to be absolutely phenomenal on Wednesday. Not only do we get Roosh versus MJF, we get this match here, Jet Speed imploding. We get Wildcard versus Windsor. We get Ospreay versus Mark Davis. Like what? We got 4 matches announced already out of the 6. Well, of course, they're doing the entire rundown right now anyway. They're going to give Garcia and Takeshita a full 20 minutes here. And yeah, next Saturday we're getting Persephone Azuki, which that'll be a blast.
between these two. A really great international match.
I like the fact that they set it up this way, just the fact that it allows people to get behind them a little bit. Oh shit, we're not even waiting till the... No, they haven't made the announcement about the TBS title yet. But next week we're getting the tag titles.
About the TBS title that was vacated because of the injury to Willow Nightingale. Well, over the next month, we are going to have a series of 6 matches. 6 matches, and the 6 winners will go on into a match that can only be called the survival of the fitness match.
Oh shit, they're doing a survival of the fittest match. They're going to introduce survival of the fittest to AEW. That's, I have to admit, that's pretty awesome that they're going to do this. You're going to feature 6 women in that match, and they're all going to get the spotlight, because I'm assuming that'll be a Forbidden Door. Oh, they're doing it on a Dynamite. They're doing it on a Dynamite. I hope they give them time, because what? If that ends up being like a 10-minute match, like, you know that somebody's going to go after TK with something. Ugh. No, I got a good feeling about that with the fact that they're doing a first ever and for a title. TK should be giving him a fair bit of time to finish that off, so. I wasn't a big fan of the survival of the fittest at this last Supercard of Honor for the ROH Women's title. Just because normally they don't bring weapons into it. It's just who's the best athlete. But they decided to get a little hardcore on this one. And not my cup of tea, but still not the worst thing in the world. So, but as we're going into our main event here, I usually give you a breakdown of what's going to be coming up on the channel here in the next week. So reminder, after we're done here, we're going to take about a 5-minute break here to change things over to the Xbox and get ready for Backbreaker Pro Wrestling. Our opening contest is going to be Andre C. versus Walker Pipe Guy, who is going to be... winner of this match is going to join the AWS as well as Fanboy Brian in taking on Hoju for the BPW World title on June 10th, right after the Summer Blockbuster. As well in action, we are going to have Rick Jules defending against Mellow Beast in a steel cage for the Wildcard Championship as our main event. And then on Madness, we are going to have as our main event, we are going to have the Premium Tag Team Championship Experience, the Retro Balls, taking on a mystery team, which they will find out about just prior to the match here. So they wanted to main event our breakdown PLE with a count out victory. I managed to pull some springs. Premier Champion Experience. All right, we're getting closer. So eventually I'll get your commentary right. We are also going to have, I believe we're going to have one more tag team match on there as well with Out of This World. Jupiter and Cloud Chaser. Going to be taking on more than likely the Pop Spot Monsters. We'll see how Andre is after the first match, but we'll see how things go there. But yeah, we're going to have 2 great shows coming up here. Monday night, Road to the Show with MLB The Show. Might move it to Sunday if I can get a little bit of time to get the editing done in time. And then next Wednesday, of course, we're here for AEW Dynamite as well as BPW. Oh, we got a standby match. Never mind. Cage and Doyle. I believe that answers the question about the murder machines. Unless this is just a one-off. Why does that one guy look like Van Hammer? The one guy looks like Van Hammer, and the one guy looks like Timu Van Hammer.
Substituting for Jimmy Wild's normal tag team partner, Johnny Wet.
Fuck Moxley. Moxley can't even keep his laugh through it on that one. Johnny Wild. Oh, that was. I'll give it. That was good. I also think they might be bringing them back together later. This was literally just a throw together match. So he went to Don Callis and said, "I need two guys." And showing Jake Doyle just getting a chance to get in the ring and just do his thing. Jimmy Wild looks like he could be an outrunner. Absolutely. Oh my God, here comes Van Hammer. Mox is like, yeah, I don't measure my body fat. I measure my body fat by the size of the steak I eat. Yeah, you're done. Oh, Jesus. The Claudio Plex. Powerbomb into the Weapon X. I don't know if they've learned if they're going to call it Weapon X or something else. Because July 1st, the X-Men 97 Season 2 gets released on Disney+. Did I watch Premier League today? Fortunately, I work on the weekends. I literally get home at... this show's on at 6 o'clock my time. Stream starts about 10 to 6. And I work till 4, so... That's why I tell you guys, when there's a pay-per-view, I literally book the day and the next day off work. Where's Wardlow? Oh, God. Production guys are... Oh. Oh, it's security. That's what it is. Because here comes Takeshita. This makes so much sense. Oh, don't worry about it. No apologies needed. Doyle and Cage want to kill. This actually makes sense. You don't want to have any title holders out there, so that also makes sense why you wouldn't do Davidson Doyle right here. Happy birthday, Taka. Paris beat Arsenal. Yeah. I keep getting notes. I just don't know what significance they have in a lot of cases. So this actually makes a lot of sense why they had that match there, just to set up that little story beat. Is Garcia like the first champion that comes up? Been to Paris at the show, unfortunately. All right, well, I'm glad you thought that. I haven't been there, so I can't say much about it. Miami of New York City. I just, honestly, I can't wait for 2028 because my holiday hours go up big time. Every 5 years at work, I get an extra week of holidays. So right now I have 6 weeks. 2020, beginning of 2028, I go up to 7. So that'll leave me a little extra time to do stuff and check some of those places out. Well, this will be a nice first test for Takeshita with that championship on the second ring. Like a guy like Garcia, very fundamentally sound. That looks horrible. Oh my God, he did an Okada. Garcia getting a little fired up here. I remember when Danny was supposed to be like world championship contender right away. But right now it just feels like that's not needed at this point, so. Oh, they're doing double tapings. Okay, I wonder how much of those they're going to do. I wonder what the broadcast is going to be for a lot of those double taping. It's smart to do the double tapings in the summer because, like, they found this out on the Canadian tour a few years ago. Like, the Wednesday shows, they got some decent crowds. But a Saturday, for a lot of these communities, they don't get a chance to get out of town on the weekends, especially in Saskatchewan, where most of the time during the week they're in the fields working. Do you want to get piped up in an arena for 5 hours or 3-4 hours, whatever it be, and just get caught? Basically have to take a day for that, or would you rather go camping at the lake for the weekend? Because that's what they eventually found for.
guys are going to be in the dark, working hard, getting better every single day, building a solid foundation. We don't build our foundation.
Sorry, just reposted the formal announcement from AEW about Survival of the Fittest announcement. And actually, it's pretty smart to, if they're going to do it on Dynamite, that's the smartest one to do. Because it's going to be the first one right after Forbidden Door.
Get your favorite Domino's pizza for only $1. For real, when you buy any pizza, you get a second pizza for only $1.
As we get into a Domino's commercial. Sorry about the hold there, folks. Sorry, just seeing a bunch of people papping online at this point. Yeah, if you guys didn't hear, they are having the AAA Mass versus Mass match later tonight. So, I'll be honest, I don't know enough about it to honestly say where that's going to go and what that's going to do. So, I'd assume if they're going to do anything, they'll have Gable pull his mask. So then he goes back to Raw and starts actually doing work there. Because they got to get more legitimate tag teams back on the main roster. Sorry, it just... That one pisses me off. Not that we aren't going to get a good one with Creed and Kofi showing up. I just realized this, folks. Just hold on.
Time out!
AEW Redemption in Montreal. 3 days after the expiry date. 3 days after the expiry date of the 90-day clauses. I believe that pay-per-view is going to be a must-watch for Montreal. Just because I think we're going to get a few mini surprises. So... But yeah, like... Oh, just getting notifications up to Wazoom right now. So, Twitch fans, you have an ad break coming up in 30 seconds here, folks. I could hold it, but it's probably going to hold it into the finish of the match. So, I'd rather just let it run before we get to the end of the match. And I also need to make sure I save my snoozes so we can get you going during the break here coming up.
I'm just waiting for Daniel to put Takeshita's toe in his butthole. Because that's the only way you're going to have to finish that. And he knows what he needs to do with that big toe.
Wait, did you hear that? Marina wants... Oh my God. Marina...
What are we doing here? What is the intention?
Marina being a coach of all coaches here. I love this. In the butt. In the butt.
He knows what he's got to do.
It's got, she's trying to crack up Shivani and Nigel so much here right now because Moxley got. Moxley got. From Wet n Wild. During the enhancement point, so... You know, it makes me wonder about Strong and Marina. That is a very interesting relationship, and you know what? If it goes as well as it does, so you're supposed to put the toe in the butt here. Oh, try to go over the pile driver. Not going to get it. I have a feeling wrestlers' sex lives are a bit more wild than average. Maybe. They do have to get a lot of pent-up aggression out, for sure. That's for sure. There's your pile driver. Takeshita no-sold the pile driver? Somebody find Jim Cornette. He's about to have an aneurysm. I'm pretty sure Jim Cornette's having an aneurysm right now. Then he's got to realize he's got to go watch Lucha Libre here in about 10 minutes. No, this has been a nice match to get started here. You got Marina and Mox just adding a little bit extra flavor to it. This reminds me of having Adam Cole here on commentary. The Carney Cornette doesn't believe anything he says. He just knows how to keep his audience. Well, he's probably gonna have an ape over the no-sell on the pile driver though, McGee. It seems like a very corny thing to do. All part of the grift. That's fair. A lot of people have different interpretations of what they have in life to make a persona, right? Well, that's one way to get him on the mat. Unfortunately, you went with him. Crowd giving to this is awesome chant, which I don't argue with it. Quit dancing and finish it if you're going to finish it.
The boulder is pushed all the way to the top of the mountain, to the precipice. Can you get it over the edge, Danny? This is an incredible match, fans. That's what I like to see. Stay on that ankle. Stay with us.
You're going for another commercial break right at the top of the hour? Oh, I thought Shivani was saying they're going to commercial. See, I'm not going to be that guy in the background watching the match on my phone. Fuck that. I want to watch it live. What a conversion by Garcia there. He's got to bend that back if he's going to win with it. There it is. Now he's going to bring it back. See, now, not only does he have to drag... Oh. Oh, nice reversal, reversal, reversal. Nice. Arn Anderson counter there. Oh, God. Yeah, Garcia's dead.
Garcia tucking his chin at the last minute to protect his neck.
Can't protect against that. Yeah, that rolling thunder, that rolling wheelbarrow. Yeah, no, here it comes. Raging Fire. We're done. And what a finish. I wonder if we're going to get Fletcher to come out here now. Well, I see security coming out. Nope, that ain't security. Well, here comes the conglomeration. We're just going to have a brouhaha after this. And STPs come after the... Okay. This is where the conglomeration comes out. Carly Bravo, great. Oh, God. I would not want to be Carly there. Oh, here comes Wheeler. So Speedball leading out. All right, that's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. I'm just saying it's a choice. Oh my God, Nigel's getting involved. Let's go. And Moriarty's like, I don't want to. Oh, here comes Garcia beating up Moriarty. We're just getting chaos to finish the night off, aren't we? And we're going to end the night with the face. Oh, here comes Speedball. Missed the jump, but they sold it pretty well. Well, I think this is just to show that Takeshita's got a lot of help here, so... That's what I'm saying about the Death Riders. It's like they're not face, they're not heel. They're just whatever they need to be for a given situation. Because the conglomeration don't like the Death Riders and the feeling's mutual. But they both hate the Callis family. Almost feels like you're going to need one of those Charlie Day boards coming up here for the relationships between everybody involved in AEW here. You know, when you get... probably going to end up having to do something like, you know, A going over to... Oh, where we got here? You're going to get A lining up a B. Why are you not... You're going to have A lining up a B, and then you're going to have these guys hating these guys, and these guys, we don't know exactly where we're at with these guys, so we erased that one just to be safe. And all this crazy stuff going in. I forgot that I had my whiteboard, guys, so forgive me. But all in all tonight, like a really decent show for one that a lot of people didn't expect to have tonight. Because, well, once again, people forgot that we were actually going to have an episode of Dynamite going on tonight, or Collision tonight, because of the Collision going off on Wednesday. And I wish there was an easier way that they could show it on, like have it just 3 hours. But if you're up here in Canada, you completely understand what they're doing because they have to literally be on a different channel for that third hour to fulfill the requirements of being on different contracts and whatnot on being these certain channels. So, but the trios titles, once again, the Callis family and conglomeration having their issues. And then we had the main event, come back to that again. Ty J getting their title shot next week after winning their 5-minute match this week. The Dogs showing their bark about going after the tag titles. Probably get a little bit of response from CNC next week. And then let me quickly look over the card to see if there's any other big notes that I missed here. Death Riders beat the Infantry. That feud might actually start up here on Collision. Wouldn't hurt my feelings whatsoever. And then having Persephone out there to sort of set up that match for next week with Hazuki and Persephone to give the fans a little bit of a feel, a little bit of understanding about the animosity between the two. And Persephone, for as good of a talker as she is, allowing her the opportunity to speak her way into that match. So, but with that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up here for the Dynamite part, or the Collision part of the show here, folks. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. For those on Twitch, hang on a sec. We're going to go to a commercial break here in just a moment. Get ready for Backbreaker Pro Wrestling. For those on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. We're going to be recording live in about 5 minutes. We'll be up with WWE 2K26 and our custom shows. We're actually going to be running 2 shows tonight to make up for the ones that we missed on Wednesday because AEW decided to run all night. But if you are heading out for the evening, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe, tell all your friends. And we will see you here once again on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite here on the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel. Take care.